Let me know if you can hear me now. Let me know if you can hear me. Drop some unicorns if you can hear me. Please, please, please. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, the hell with that. Let me know if y'all can hear me now. There we go. Because we ain't got time for time. Okay, I don't know if my little Mikey thing is dying. Okay, but if y'all can't hear me, then we gonna have to go this way about it. That's what we gonna have to do. But yeah, the people tried to get up underneath of the power of another person and didn't want to be within this building complaining about the power that another person has, right? And in the fact is of them complaining about the power that another person has, they tried to get a pass thinking that because they was giving up some hoo-hoo that it was going to get them in a position that they thought that they was going to be in. And I'm just being honest. I feel wholeheartedly if any of these women would have been able to be a first lady to Puffy, we would not have this man within this building. Just being honest. If we want to prove a case with Cassie, okay, case proven. She got her beat. You understand? If we talking about DV, then DV was definitely a thing when we seen on that video, baby. But a lot of this other conversation, it seems that people wanted to know what Puffy was doing in his bedroom. That what he wanted to do. And thank you, I appreciate it. Make sure y'all tap that screen. Hit the like button for your girl tap. Okay. They wanted to know what was going on in this man's bedroom because inside and out, we already know what that's about. We know what he liked to do, who he screwed, and anything else that had to do with the fact it's a baby or you boo boo. People will never look at baby or you the same after this case, okay? They damn sure have rung the change to the baby or you game. And with that being said, outside of the factors of this man's bedroom, what else did they prove? They arrested a man that they said was a mule. This man had some grams. You would have thought he had pounds, ounces, like he was on some Escobar shit. No, no, no. But we already know that Puffy was indulging and the women was indulging with him while they was engaging with him. So that wasn't something that was we we needed to guess. That was something that was there. Help, I need some advice on right. Make sure y'all tap the screen for your girl tag. Now, my thing is, if we proving RICO and trafficking and all of this other mathematics that they trying to put in, if you ask me, is a whole bunch of semantics, baby. We want to know who the bigger people that is mad at Puffy because it sure ain't these women. These women been mad at Puffy for years. That ain't nothing new, but they still decided to screw. That didn't stop them from doing the do. But when another woman came in and they felt like she was taking their spot, because listen, Young Miami had people hot. I told y'all that the other day. I don't know if y'all was listening to Tay, but I hope y'all was listening to me. Okay, because Miami really had people feathers ruffled. How they say ruffled people feathers. Yes, definitely. So we could talk about a whole bunch of law and this, that, and the third, but jealous is what took place in this court. Jealousy is what took place in this situation, baby. Aside from the factors of the bigger people trying to feel like they humbling another black man, if he's going to be punished, then punish him for the things that he did. I definitely said that, and I'm going to say it again. Do y'all think he's going to walk out of this building with no time at all, or do you think they're going to try to throw the ball at him? Which one y'all think? Because me personally, if you want to ask me, Jane came to do just what Jane do. Okay, the Jane Doe came to do just what Doe Jane did. She came to. Other than that, that was her purpose. She had no other purpose. She was jealous of any and everything that was around her because that was not the spot that she had. Even down to one point in time, even though him and Cassie was doing the she was getting the red carpets. I mean, she wasn't getting the albums and stuff that she wanted, but she was actually being able to be seen on his arm, something that these other women did not get, and they was begging for in the background, okay? And then the people that they are attached to, you would never think that they was high-class prostitutes. Let's talk about it. Like, sis, you out here trying to fake like you got money and you ain't got money just to be around people that got money, but you doing things to get money, but you want respect for the things that you are doing for the money. Hell no. That's not the way it goes. That's not the way any of it goes. Hey everybody, that's not the way any of this goes. Okay, you cannot expose a man for something that you showed up to do, but you was definitely in awe with it. This is something that you thought was gonna get you closer to that pot of gold. They thought that if they rode that rainbow, that at the end of the day it was going to be a pot of gold at the end. And when they seen that they wasn't going to be receiving a pot of gold, then everybody got mad from when they seen another woman step up on the scene and get everything that they have been wanting. So far as jealousy, and everything that happened inside of Puffy's bedroom, that's basically what this case has took a turn to be. If you ask me, that's my opinion, baby. Take a break with where the hoes that get their trolls out of here. Listen, if the trolls want to stay, that's what it is that they could do. There's two different sides of a fence. There's going to be the person that do the content, and then there's going to be the trolls that is in the chat of the content. If they choose to hurt their fingers typing to get a response to no response or no response at all, then enjoy it. Have a ball, okay? You want to do something active, send a super chat, hit the like button. Maybe you'll get some attention that way. But other than that, you will not get a response from me. But on the factors of this case, if we're talking about this case, which we're talking about this case, you probably one of them jealous ass women that was probably in the background. Okay, you probably one of them jealous ass women that would be the same type of woman to be here that was on your back, or you down with baby oil, and now you want to be complaining because you see somebody getting some shit that's more than you. You seem like the type. That's some troll type shit. So yeah, you seem like that's something that you would be into. You are definitely like the people that is standing or sitting on this stand. Then sis want to come in here with her head down. Jane Doe, you get no respect for being a hoe. I'm sorry. I don't know what pity party you was looking for, but you ain't gonna get it here from Tay. Okay? You get a little pity from Tay for Cassie because she did get dragged in a couple of other things. Yeah, we seen her get dragged in a couple of other things. Yeah, we did see that. We seen that. So Cassie, she gets a little bit of a pity party as far as the DV section, but far as the sexual section, she don't get no pity from me either, because these do not be damsels in distress. These be women playing victim, and that shit is a bad thing, because then all of a sudden, the woman becomes the victim, and the man becomes, the violator. Every time a woman don't get her way with a man in a situation, now he done beat her. He done did this. He done did that. But throughout the years of her being within that situation, until that man no longer had use for her, she was definitely a part of whatever was going on. So y'all and the people is going to have to make it make sense. Then they made it seem like they caught this man with, like he was Escobar. Like he was Tony Montana or something. Like he was out here with major cocarita. Now my whole thing is, even if you get in major cocarita, you're gonna have to take down a whole familita, because that's something that comes from an organization. So if we're going to be proving the factors of a RICO, then where's the whole organization that comes behind this situation? Because it sure wasn't a one-man situation. It sure was not that. It sure was not that. And that's, yeah, it definitely is. Definitely on tampon. Way past period. Let's talk about it. For real. Even down to the men. Why would little Rawdon, I still don't understand that as a man. You sitting there pocket watching another woman. You was sitting there getting oiled up, touched up, and all this other shit up, if that's what it is that you say, which I don't believe. No, I don't believe it. You just was around in the rooms where things was going on that you was able to talk about. You seen people getting more money than you, and people felt like they was putting work in that they should have been getting more money for. And this is the reason why we seeing these court doors. Money is the root to all evil. People would have been continuing to suck ick, bend over backwards, continue to call for the peoples to come through. Yeah, we gonna have a little get together. Yeah, we want to have an F-off on a Tuesday. We want to have, they would have continued to have F-offs on a Tuesday if things would have went their way. But because they seen somebody getting a little bit more, everything else went a damn straight. She looked at this person lawsuit. Listen, every woman was looking at everything else, even down to him, because that was some bitch shit. What Little Raw did was some bitch shit. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to. You're gonna need more people. Okay, you exposed some shit, told some business about some shit, because that's possibly because you was around some shit. But as far as you talking about somebody was tickling your fancy, you would have been down with it, because the way Little Raw even comes off, that would have been the only fancies he would have been tickling, if you ask me. But me personally, it's all about the money. These people to continue to look like leather couches with no complaints if they wouldn't have seen the next money that another person was getting. This person got jealous because she seen Cassie lawsuit. This person got jealous because Young Miami was getting 500,000. This person was jealous because of this. I thought y'all was being mistreated. Why is the money such a big thing? And why was everybody able to do the things that they was doing for the money that they was getting until they found out another person was getting more? Like, wait a minute, I'm out here whoring for you and she getting 3 times as me? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Don't be ashamed while you sit up in here, girl. Don't sit up in here with your head down, because you got a lot of things to deal with now. You won't get me to expose who the person is, but she gonna have a lot of problems, friend. Diddy is the least of her worries at this point in time. She got bigger fish to fry, okay? Because you should have been at home being a damn mother instead of being a prostitute undercover. Because the person that you are attached to, I didn't think that you would even want to play them type of games, boo. And now that you do, outside of this courtroom, you're going to have your own courtrooms that you're going to have to sit in. That's going to be the factors of you being the guilty party, friend. Was you getting bent over and turned back and doing the things that you do worth losing your child, boo-boo, for a nigga that wasn't never going to wife you? Say it ain't so. You sold your soul to be a hoe. They out here selling their souls to be hoes and then mad at the bros. No, all of a sudden the women become the victim and the man become the villain. Oh shit. Now he's the villain. Big bad wolf Puff. Big bad wolf. Now for the people that he mistreated, he definitely needs to be punished for that shit, okay? We ain't got to even talk about it. But for the hoes that decided to get on the stand as if they didn't know any better, friend, or they thought that they hoeing was gonna get them in a different lane, who should they be mad at? Themselves? Themselves. They should be mad at nobody but themselves, because themselves made the decision to put themselves in that predicament. So now that themselves put themselves in that predicament and the money was funny, now everybody want to be running to the court. Some of them was subpoenaed. They got to be figuring out how they gonna pay their rent now. Hey to everybody coming in. Make sure y'all hit that like button for your girl Tay. I just had surgery on my eyes about a week ago, so things is still a little blurry. So I'm definitely trying to read the comments and keep up with y'all. I appreciate everybody that came in, and I definitely appreciating y'all dropping y'all opinion. This is a non-judgmental chat. It's not on some either free Diddy or slay Diddy. It's the factors of what you think of the Diddy situation as a whole. Because he's not the only person that we know, and if he goes, the whole industry should go. I'm going to continue to say that. If I could stand out here with a picket sign, I gotta make it back home to my kids though. I have to. So I can't do that. But if I could, I would definitely stand out here and say, if Diddy goes to jail, take the whole fucking industry. Excuse my French, but it's just real. Some people already done crucified this man as guilty before they even got the facts. And I'm not saying that I'm on some, free Diddy. I'm on some punish a man for the punishment that he, or punish him for the things that he deserved. But just going off of emotions instead of logic, I didn't think that that's the way that things are supposed to go. I thought it was basically innocent until proven guilty. But when you already talking down on a man as if he is guilty, but there's also players within the situation that's looking more guilty than he is, because they was also making calls and controlling shit. So if we all going to make a decision, I think if one should fall, it should be a domino effect. I think that it should go across the board, and that's just my opinion. That's my opinion. KK ass should go to jail. She should go to jail. But if she should assist him in his time, if he gets some, the same way she was assisting and playing parts in other situations, she should. All the people that should be playing a part behind bars got immunity. So we already see the shit show that this seems to be. A man has been crucified before it was even a decision. Okay, even the jury is bored at this point. Okay, because what are y'all talking about? Okay, even the jury is bored. The courtroom is very boring, because outside of the factors of y'all talking who's screwing and who's sucking off who and who bending over for who and who likes extra baby oil and this that, I was more intrigued in seeing the S workers pop out, because they was hot-ish. Like, I want to see what type of shit that they even be calling on. Like, okay. But outside of the factors of that, other than seeing who was going to pop up for the case itself and what it is that they're speaking about the case, you can miss me with it. You can miss me with it. I'm telling y'all, it's about a humbling effect. It's about making those people mad within those offices. And when you feel like you are powerful, then they will show you. They will definitely show you. And this is a factors of showing a person better than they can tell them. Because most times when you are there and you are a person of that type of power, you're not there because, oh, trust me, because a woman put you there. Where is the liquor company? The liquor company, the people that don't be on the screen, that be mad behind the scenes. Let's talk about them. They want you to make millions, but your category can be million, but they have to stay billion. Remember, millionaire and billionaire, two different letters, two different categories, two different accolades, okay? And most times the billionaire has gave the millionaire the accolades that they even have, or the pass or the power to be able to even maneuver in the industry like they do. But the millionaires will never, how can I say, outdo the billionaires, because the billionaires will humble them to let them know, you may be big, but never bigger than me. I'm big billion. And I'm big billion. I'm big unlimited out here. All right? I'm big unlimited out here. Wait, is any of my moderators in the chat? Hey, Eminem, if you can, whoever it is, I guess that they talking about, I guess kick them out. You know, Tay really don't care. I tell them if they want to get noticed, then at the end of the day, it comes with benefit, baby. I really don't care. I'm here to do what it is that I'm here to do. And if you watching me, then that means that my job is done, baby, because then you're listening even down to the factors of whatever it is that you are typing. So sometimes you can't acknowledge the small people in the room when the big person is right here on the screen, baby. That's what's happening. You probably one of the people that actually need to be behind these doors. I keep saying that. Because to just get on the internet and tap some bullshit in somebody's chat, it has to be a disease. It has to be a disease. You want it to look like some leather furniture? Is that what it is? You want it to be a piece of leather furniture. You wanted the Diddy oil. Are you mad that I'm talking about Diddy? Did you want Diddy? Is Diddy not doing something for you that you needed to be done? Well, right now, hun, or whoever you is, he got his own situations going on. So you're going to have to wait for that oil up, or that oil down, or however you like the oil now. But you ain't going to get no oil from nobody in this chat. Baby girl, do a spin for the chat. Y'all trying to see some ass chicks? Y'all trying to see some chicks? Y'all trying to see my little auntie mamas? Y'all trying to see my little auntie mamas on this chat? Is that what that is? But listen, it ain't out there. I ain't gonna be at. Listen, that's why they in here. They was in here because they was out here trying to show somebody some ass. They ain't come trying to. These is shorts, okay? And I got shorts underneath because my grandmama taught me some type of respect for myself, baby. So ain't no ass out here. It's gonna be some shorts, definitely some shorts. Jesus is king. Where I'm at in New York at the courthouse. We at the federal building. Live and direct. I'm talking about live and direct. This is where we at. The people is out here. I got my thing sitting right here because I'm on the battery. I'm on the power charger. My shit was dying, so I had to be able to sit somewhere where I could put my gear. All the other people was over there. And it was kind of loud, so Tay came over here to give the update, and the update is they bullshit. They bullshitting. So I just wanted to come and talk to some real people, not some people that's just throwing around a bunch of law words, okay, that's boring us to sleep. I wanted to hear from the people and see what it is that y'all think. And do y'all think that Diddy gonna get some time? And if he do get some time, with the factors that we know thus far, how much time do y'all think he will get? Me personally, I think it may be maybe 5, if anything, just for the little bullshit that they trying to, some people say 10 for the win. But we got to remember, this is not a young man. Diddy is not a young man anymore. Do you understand? So them years count. Them years definitely count. And if he is in there, who do you think to which one of his kids do you think, if so, one of his kids will take over the legacy in which it is that he was running as far as the business? Because even though one man is down, that don't mean that the business goes awry. Business still has to go on because money still has to be made. And you don't think these lawyers cost? These lawyers cost money, especially when you got the best of the best and the top of the top. And multiple. When you got multiple, you playing in multiples. Trust me. Trust me, when you got multiples, you paying in multiples. And these women wanted him to be paying in multiples. That's why they wasting our goddamn time. All right? Everything you hear. Young Miami. Cool Young. Listen. Puffy was trying to lie to her. He was like, listen, call Young and tell her I got a business trip, right? I ain't gonna be able to make it because he was supposed to take her to dinner and stuff because I heard the other people's talking. And I'm like, look, that proves exactly what I'm saying. He's trying to make an excuse, and the fact is that's because he don't want her to feel some type of way about him missing the fact of taking these women or this woman out to dinner while he goes and do an F-off, okay? With the F-off lady. That's what we gonna call her, the F-off lady. Being that she wanna be a Jane Doe, and I don't know if we could continue to say how, but that's what she was getting paid for. Alright? The F-offs. He was liking his shorty walk. And the fact is that she did the shit or like the things that he do, and it was. I'm just saying. You the Diddy team. No, I'm the realistic team. And if you're not in this courtroom, then that's maybe the reason why you wouldn't understand what I'm saying. Because the facts is the fact. People see shit on TV and automatically assume and believe that that's what it is. And that don't always be the case. When you actually see things in person and actually lay your eyes on shit and hear it for yourself, it's a whole different thing. Because just like me, I'm up here giving my opinion. Okay, so when you go to other people's channels, they're giving their opinion. Even though they're reading the facts, if that's what you want to call them, they're still adding their opinion to that. Even when it comes down to the news. If you want to be honest, the news be mad at the peoples like us because we put it on the floor first. All right, by the time they say breaking news, the news be already broke. That's why they don't be liking the YouTubers for real. But if the point is, I'm giving my opinion. You have to take the facts and go off of what you feel about that. But you can't just take your opinion and make your opinion law. And that's what a lot of people have done. Your opinion is not law. Your opinion is your opinion. The law is what's supposed to take place within this building. But what they doing in this building is wasting people's goddamn time. And if I feel that, I'm going to say it. Yes, they've proved certain things, but certain shit that they've wasted time on don't make sense. all the different escapades that this man was doing within his bedroom, that these people was willing to be there for. I don't think that didn't like this whole case just been about the factors of humping, humping, and more humping. Wasn't nobody, these people was even given the privilege to pick the people that they wanted to hump when they did decide to hump. But then once they ain't get paid is what they was gonna get paid. Now they would, now no, I ain't wanna hump. I told you I ain't want to hump. No, you was begging to be his girlfriend. And he kept telling you you was his fuck partner. And you wasn't accepting the factors of that. So you felt like the only way you was going to continue to be close to this man is if you continue effing him. So that's what it is that you did to stay a part of the narrative, because people had bills to pay. They wasn't just having sex for free. Because if that's the case, if it was out of love, why did it have to come with a price? Why did it have to come for a price? Because if you actually loved this man, then $10,000 wouldn't have been worried about with the rent. Okay? But you loving this man and him not loving you the same way is two different things. Because you can love whoever you want, but if they don't love you back, that's the problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. It would definitely be a problem for me. But I'm not gonna continue doing 3, 4, and 5 sums just to make somebody else happy if I'm not happy. If that's what I want to do for fun, that's what I'm going to do for fun. But that's not something I'm going to do for the fun of somebody else, because if it's fun for somebody else and I'm not comfortable with it, then no, no. But they had to keep that money coming in. Hey, everybody coming in. Hey, Healing Hearts. Hope I ain't show y'all no nipple. I hope I ain't slipped no nipple. But yeah, I'm telling you, real is real and right is right. And it's supposed to be a factors of right and wrong. And these is grown ass people that's acting like they don't know right from wrong when they clearly made the decisions. Okay? Now they want to come in here and I don't know. When you talk how you was talking in them text messages. When you listen, it was a Thursday. All of that cry me a river Justin Lake shit. Take it somewhere else, because that is actually not y'all females' personality. And y'all up in here trying to play victim so y'all don't look as bad as y'all actually think y'all is, because y'all embarrassed but by the fact is that now the public knows the holes that y'all is. That's what y'all embarrassed about. That's why y'all coming in here with your head down. Oh God, everybody's gonna know I'm a hoe. Everybody's gonna know I'm a hoe. Yes, not just Puffy knows that you a hoe now. The world knows that you a hoe now. I don't give a damn about the O of a Jane, the Jane of a O, a Maya, a Mia. I don't give a fuck about a Snazzy, a Cassie, none of that. They all played the factors of a hoe, and they wanted a bigger bag to keep going and keep going. And once they wasn't getting what they wanted, now we got a whole bunch of bullshit taking tax dollars in this courtroom. Meanwhile, Trump out here playing video games with bombs and shit, throwing shit at countries and shit. We bobbing and weaving. Mind you, people worried about the goddamn oil that Diddy using. That's important. If he beat somebody the fuck up, if he was taking drugs across enemy lines, if he was trafficking cash, then that's what we should be talking about. Not all the ass that he was tapping. He was paying for that. So that means he was paying his taxes on it, right? If he was paying for it and he was doing, I mean, shit, they was happy with the price until at some point in time they felt that somebody else was getting more. You mean to tell me I've been taking 10,000 and this motherfucker been getting 500,000? Oh no, put this shit up. I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm mad. They was comfortable with them luxury trips and all the things that had to go along with it. Then they done drugged this man up in here like he was a real drug dealer, if that's what it is that they want to say. But when they caught him, he only had grams and smidgets and grams. Let's talk about it. You could catch somebody else in the hood with more than that. Y'all wasting Fed dollars for this? Like, I mean, that's my opinion. Where's all the people that he did bad in the industry, that he was beating up in the studios and ish? I want to hear their stories. Okay, I want to hear the stories about the making the bands and what was going on in the Diddy camp. What did they really do in Diddy camp? What did Diddy camp actually consist of? If that's what we in this building for, then let's talk about it. Okay, why is motherfuckers in the industry losing their life when shit like this actually hit the fan? Because it seems like the people that actually got the story to tell ain't no longer here, friend. They not. Where they at? Where they at? Hmm? Everybody to want to tell Kim's story for her, but or tell the stories that was going on when they was around her. If you seen somebody going through some shit like that, and now you want to sit there like you, oh yes, I felt so bad for Kim. For years, she put up with such thing. For real, for real, for real. Did you feel sorry for Kim, or were you just happy that you could be in that room with Kim, whoever you were? Because it ain't no real friend when you see that your friend is being and I don't give a damn. This would have hit the fan a long time ago, because I'm pretty sure more bitches, if that was the case, if Kim was doing so or done so dirty, then it should be other women on those stands other women on the stand other than the ones that is actually on the stand, because the ones that's on the stand is wasting our time as friends. They definitely wasting our time, yours and mine. I hate when somebody try to call me when I live. I'm so sorry, y'all. Just wasting time, yours and mine. They can what they want, but you talking. Where is that? Listen, I don't. What y'all gonna do when Oprah in this court? Okay. Tyler shit. Cassie got 30 million. Tyler Perry got Fish to Fry for 260 million. 200. That's triple numbers in the millions. Triple numbers. Okay. You got people like Fat Joe out here. Like, the doors is open. And what did Cat Williams say? What did Cat Williams tell us? Y'all thought it was he, and ha ha ha. It ain't about the little people. The little people is just the ones that take the fall for it. It's about the big people. Because trust me, outside of the factors of whatever people think about Puffy, there is multiple of him, if that's what you think of him, if we're going to talk about the industry, friend. Definitely. There's way more and will be more, even if he goes to jail. There's going to be someone else out here with the same raft of power that they gave to go out and recruit, if that's what you want to say. Because the big people need people to bring them people, because they not being seen by the people. That's why they raided that house. Okay? They wasn't, where's all the shit that they said they found in Puffy house? Where's that? They took all the stuff out of Puffy house because they know he record everything. They don't want us to see those executives, those secretaries, and all those other people that's behind the scene that we ain't never supposed to get to see. Let's talk about it, baby. Those is the people that was on those tapes. The tapes that they playing in these goddamn courtrooms is mediocre. Okay, what about the boxes of tapes that y'all took out that man's house? Okay? Y'all had a warrant for some shit, but y'all went and stole some other stuff that was going to cover up the identity of the people that y'all don't want us to see. But the people that know. The people that know better definitely knows better. Okay? And the people that don't know no better, they won't know no better. And they're going to continue to be blinded by the things and everything that they're told on social media or on a TV screen when it comes down to what they say about the people, rather than knowing that it's a tree, okay? It comes from, it starts from the bottom, goes to the top. But don't nothing happen unless the top say that it could happen at the bottom. So, okay? Okay, Tyler Perry, look how big he getting. Now he got lawsuits. Soon as they get big, or they want some ownership of their shit, or Kelly getting overdosed, okay? But who gave these people the power to do the most? Who? The same ones that they make mad that come back and get their ass? Haha. Let's talk about it. Anything. Mm, anything. Delete it. Let me see. I'm trying to see y'all. Because I really can't. My chap, it's so hot out here. It feel like my chapstick is cooking on my lips. I swear I won't lie to y'all. I swear I won't lie to y'all. It feels that way. I actually did an experiment and cooked the egg on the concrete with my kids earlier. But yes, I'm going to take y'all over to the other side and we're going to see what's going on over there. Okay, we're going to see what's going on over there. Let me make sure I gather all my things. But seriously, people, they are wasting our time in there. They're not telling us the things that we would like to hear or the things that will actually make this case crystal clear. If we're going to be talking about a person's bedroom, that's all they've been talking about throughout this whole case, honey. That's all they've been talking about throughout this whole case. That's all. Baby, you can get my mic from me. That's all and that's it. You can put it in there. No, that's not mine. Yeah, it's a bag right here. Let me see. I don't went over there and ran my mouth. You just see some of them. Let me see if I can change it around for y'all.
Look, guys. Let me get started here. Let me get started here.
Hey, honey.
All right? Everybody,
You see people out here doing their last minute updates. See? Those gold doors, those is the infamous gold doors, y'all. Make sure y'all tap that screen for Tay. I hope y'all hitting that like button, okay? Tay talks while she got her boots on the ground, baby. There go the news reporters. They look tired. I know they hot. And they had to sit out there all day. They out here all day and all night. All day and all night. They be out here just to make sure that they give y'all that 1212. The information that you need. Listen.
I'm not saying the extra trips, the drinks, the comfortability, and all that extra stuff is add on.
Absolutely.
Everybody ate.
Absolutely.
Thank you, baby.
Absolutely.
Everybody ate. Don't get.
That's what I said.
No, ma'am.
Everybody was eating. Everybody was eating. It was the jealousy that seeped in that made people started feeling the way that they felt. If it wasn't for the factors of Young Miami getting as much money as she was getting, then people would have been comfortable with what it was that they was getting and would have continued to be getting what it was that they got. But once people start pocket watching other people, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm going to turn it back around. Okay, just give me a second. Once people start pocket watching other people, that's where the problem come in, people. Pocket watching should never be a thing. Let me see. Pocket watching should never be a thing. Okay? You do what you do, and whatever somebody else is doing is whatever it is. I hope I ain't show y'all no nipple. And my camera look kind of crooked, but that's okay. Okay? Let me try to fix it. Shoot. I'm trying. I hope it's better. Yeah, pocket watching should never be a thing. Okay? And being that people be so comfortable with pocket watching other people, that's why so many other people feelings be hurt. Like, oh, a person could be doing the same thing that another person is doing, but just because they know that another person is getting paid more. Listen, it happened even on things as small as social media. Content creators be doing the same thing, speaking on the same stories. But because they feel like another person may be getting a little bit more attention or maybe a little bit more money or a couple of extra in, then all of a sudden they'll cause the jealousy will cause a dislike for a person that they don't even know, but you worried about that person when you should be worried about yourself at all accounts. At all accounts. But once people feel like another person may be getting a little bit more than them for the same thing that they be possibly be doing or do, who's to say that her head wasn't better than your head? Maybe your head was only worth 5,000. Maybe her head was worth 10,000, and maybe her head was worth 500,000, to say the least. But everybody was getting taken care of, baby. But everybody head ain't in the same class to where everybody bag is going to replicate that. And because now you know that you was giving up some head for 10,000 and she was getting 500,000, you mad? I ain't gonna lie, I'd be mad too. But that would be on you. That's what you negotiated, boo-boo. Another person, just because another person is not willing to take less, settle for less, or whatever, you can't be mad at them for what you was willing to accept. That would be on you. You made the yes. And to your deal, they would have said a no. But that's basically the way that the shit was rolling. Everybody had a position. But then they started watching the other people's position and getting upset about the position that they was in versus the position that they actually wanted. Because I'll say it time and time again, if any of these women would have been put in a position that they actually wanted, they wouldn't have been where they at right now. Trust me, and trust me. And to all the moving pieces that make pieces move, when people are in a certain power, they give them assistance and people to do things to make them comfortable or whatever the case may be. But at any point in time that people include themselves in any illegal or illegal activity, if they feel that there is some, to say the least, that is still their decision, baby. You grown. You know right from wrong. You know what is legal and what is not. Okay? You know what is legal and what is not. And if you choose to put your hand in the illegal pot, don't now not take accountability, but blame somebody else because you're guilty. Huh? Nah. These is a bunch of grown folks that should know right from wrong. Now, if a person did something to you that you didn't know or you didn't have no control of, that's something different. Then that would be a person being taken advantage of, okay? But you can't be taken advantage of if you are the person that is willfully making the decision in the factors of the action. That choice was solely on you. And once you knew what that choice came with, for you to continue along with it, that is now your state of action. Your state of action. That is your choice. That part is on you. That part would be on you. Oh, definitely Healing Hearts. I got my Bedazzle cup over there. Hold on, I'm gonna go get it. Hold on, I'm gonna go get it. And it got ice in there. Y'all. It sure do. And that keep whatever you put in there cold or hot for 12 hours. Yes, for 12 hours. So these little chiclets of ice definitely help me survive out here, because down in New York today, oh shit, in New York today, it was 100 and almost 2 degrees. That's how it felt. Okay? That is definitely how it felt. I got to sit here because I'm holding the power bank. I'm not over there where I was, so the ledge is not there. So please work with me. But yes, don't y'all think that grown folks make grown folks decisions, right? And if a grown folk make a grown folk decision, you can't play victim and blame another person to be villain. And we've been in relationships before. We know how far things can go. I'm going to be honest. Hey, Rebecca. I'm going to be honest. You know how it is when you and your man going back and forth and it's a jealous streak and you think you gonna slip a new piece of meat up in there. It ain't happening. You putting another person in the middle of war. And I feel like that's the part that Kid Cudi car played into this situation. Cause first of all, I keep putting my female around these, alright, it's niggas in the industry, excuse my French, but there's mostly men in the industry that plays the part that you would need to play to help the factors of your lady. And every person that she seems to be around, she can't keep her legs closed. She go around Kid Cudi because she's supposed to be doing music. She wind up humping him. She go to the Factors of Africa, I think it is, to do the movie with Michael B. Jordan. She tried to hump him, but he wasn't with it. He like, listen, Puffy, if that's your hoe, keep your hoe. I don't want your hoe, bro. Trust me on that. Okay, he gets her a trainer to keep her together. She wound up effing the trainer, and not only effing the trainer, actually bringing the trainer with her to court, marrying him, and having kids. So we see how high her levels of hoism is. Like, what? Why is these people sitting here playing with us? All right. We need to see the people that was put in situations that they didn't have no control of, where they was forced to do things against their will, where they wasn't doing things because they was getting paid for it, so they was comfortable with it until the bag changed and they seen it was strange because this person, which is Young Miami, she was getting way more than everybody than what they felt they've been doing for years. For years. Hey, Bullseye. Okay? Jane Doe is not innocent. She's a hoe. Okay? And that's what she was doing. Her win. Okay? So, she was playing her position. That's what she came in as, a hoe. That's what she was leaving as, a hoe. And that's what a couple of other these people and women was doing while they was stepped into. That was they character in the show. That was their character in the show. So you got paid to do what it is that you did. And now once you know that another person is getting paid more to do the exact same thing that you did, or maybe not have to do nothing that you did, or it's a choice for them that they even doing it. And the fact is because they loving it, they liking it just like you. But they get in that bag, boo. Listen, they on the red carpets, they getting the bag, they here, they there, and they getting respect, and they around the family. Listen, all these women wanted to be around the family. She had to get the women had to get the day after the holidays, okay? Could you imagine how that felt to Cassie? Huh? Could you, oh shit, I could sit it there. I ain't know it was gonna reach the floor. I ain't want my shit to drop. I paid some money for that. Tap that screen. Make sure y'all hit that like button for your girl Tay, okay? Make sure y'all hit that like button for your girl Tay. First of all, let's just think about all the years that these women was in this situation, if that's what they want to say, sucking it and taking it, okay, for years just to keep the lifestyle that they had or wanted going. And then here somebody comes off the strip, off the grip, and she's getting more than all of them combined? Oh no. Somebody gonna have to tell me something different. Somebody definitely gonna have to tell me, hey thuggin'. Somebody definitely gonna have to tell me something different. Now my whole thing is, if a man is wrong, punish him. But too many people be too quick to make the man the villain and these females the victim without even knowing the whole full situation. Just because you see a female crying, that does not mean she's a damsel in distress. She could just be a whole lying ass mess. And then now she got people following up behind her lying to make it seem like she was taken advantage of in a situation. Every time a man leave a woman, now she was beat or taken advantage of. Like, get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. So you mean to tell me you would have been willing to continue to get beat a little bit more for $20,000? It wasn't that serious, sis. Wasn't that serious. But the rent still got to be paid. So somebody gonna have to get a bag, give a bag. It was all, listen, put on the line. And that's what I don't like. Like I said, if a man is wrong, then that man should be punished for his wrong. But all too soon, people be quick to punish a man before they even have the proof. That's not cool. I thought it was innocent until proven guilty. I didn't know it was guilty until you proven innocent, but that's the way that the system works. Because if it was actually guilty until you proven innocent, then you would be able to do whatever you're doing outside. They weren't worried about people being flight risks or none of that. It wouldn't even be a fact. But that's because you're already guilty before they tell you that. It's just they need the information to collect to now throw on top of you to prove it. But in some cases, the proof don't be proven. It's people that's in jail right now that was wrongly accused of situations that they never did. And I mean, they spent years in the penitentiary. Years, 15, 20, 35, 40, for crimes that they did not even commit. For shit like what it is that I am talking. Okay? Guilty before you have a chance to be proven innocent, when it's supposed to be the other way around. I'm not on some, oh, free this person, free that person. It's about the truth. If the truth is what will set a person free, then let's tell the truth, baby. But if that same truth is the same thing that will punish someone, baby, then let them accept their punishment, and that's it. But all the hoopla and the people adding things onto it, no, I don't like that. And when you get a story from multiple people, you're going to get multiple different versions of that story. That don't make none of them true. That don't make none of them versions true. That just make a story, or people that had a story to tell. That doesn't make it a true story. Remember, a story can also be fiction. It does not have to be fact. It does not have to be fact. And from the, are you getting married? What's up with that? I can't get something that I already am. Somebody got papers on me, friend. I'm already signed for. Somebody already done promised to God that they was going to be my spine for the rest of my existence while I play they ribs. And that's what these sisters thought that they was going to be in these situations. They thought Puffy was going to be their backbone and they was going to be able to be his ribs. And they got disappointed because all he wanted to do is clap cheeks. Clap cheeks. That's all he wanted to do was clap cheeks. And they allowed him to clap them cheeks. And they got paid for it. Just like when you go out to dinner and you want something to eat, you pay for your meal. He paid for his meal. And when you have a title like S worker, what are you showing up to do? Work. And what is your job? X. So I'm confused. It ain't hard to make it make sense. So now if you are here and, oh, my bad, that's supposed to be illegal. Yes, X, if you pay for it, is illegal in certain areas. I guess if Puffy would have went to the Bunny Ranch, then everything would have been cool. I guess if he was at the Bunny Ranch, things would have been different. Or maybe if he was Trump, he could be president or some shit. You know, maybe he could just have these charges and then run the whole country, be out here throwing missiles like we playing a video game. You know, it's nothing. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. And Diddy is a super rich. Yeah, they do be rich. And that's where it is. That's where the power coexists. But when females know that a man is rich, they willing to do certain things because they feel like they can get or gain some of his richness. Now, let me ask you something. If P. Diddy wasn't P. Diddy, would any of these women be even dealing with him, in the same room with him, or would he even be on this stand for them? The answer is going to be a no, okay? Because the only thing that they seen when it came to him, they might have thought, yeah, they loved him. No, they loved what he could do for them. Okay, they loved what he could do for them. Okay, because me loving my man, we might do some kinky things together. Okay, but yeah, y'all understand what I'm saying. It's certain things that your man ain't gonna want you to do and ain't gonna allow you to do, and there's certain things that you, with your morals, you just ain't gonna be willing to do. But if that's what you there for because you're being paid to be a prostitute, you can't really complain. Even though they did. I mean, they was having fun. Listen, they was having whole fits. Listen, jumping out showers. You don't want to give me more. Oh my God. More what? Baby oil? They wanted more baby oil. They wanted more baby oil. Okay? What? They wanted more. Let me get a little closer. They wanted more baby oil. Okay? They was not denying the baby oil. They was actually even telling the ex-workers to bring more baby oil with them. Listen, if you don't have the baby oil, don't come. If you don't have the oil, don't come. Okay? We want the oil more than we want you. And we can't do what we want to do with you if there's no oil. This, me, as 46, I just learned out what Astroglide was during this case, okay? Astroglide, I ain't never known what no Astroglide was, okay? We done found out more interesting information in this case than what they telling in this case. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, the ex-worker saying that Johnny Gill and Eddie Murphy was kissing, that's a lie. Now, that's information. That is tea. That is definitely tea. Definitely tea. But I got my baby out here with boots on the ground. I'm about to have to go. I'm definitely is because my phone is charging, but not as fast as I would like it to. So I don't think that there's no court tomorrow. I don't think there's no court tomorrow. So nobody won't actually be here, but I will still give an update. Okay, I will still give an update on any other information that I come across. I hope y'all hit that like button. If you are not a subscriber, I hope anything that you heard here made you want to become a subscriber friend. I also want to thank the troll for typing and giving me their time. You understand? Everybody's job got to get done. This has been fun. Your girl Tay is out.